My name is Sammy Eubank. I'm 69 years old, Hot Springs, Arkansas. I had stents put in 2011.
I'm David York. I'm 51 years old and I had a heart attack on July 2nd, 2012.
There's no possible way I could be alive today. Impossible.
I had a heart attack with 90% blockage in my LAD artery, or the widowmaker.
My housekeeper came in. I was at the standing at the foot of my bed. I couldn't get to the door to answer the door. I couldn't take this much of a breath. And she said, we got to go to the hospital. My girlfriend came in. She said, well, maybe I got to take you. At 10 o'clock that night, I agreed, let's go.
I had been out running with my son, my oldest son, and actually just started a running program a few months before that. Ran my first 5K the weekend before my heart attack actually happened. We'd been out running one evening and couldn't get into a rhythm, couldn't breathe, was just struggling the whole time, and I actually quit early. We went home. I couldn't recover. Kept my labored breathing. My chest started hurting a little bit. It finally went away, and I took a shower and got cleaned up. About an hour later, I had the same feelings coming over me again, started breathing hard for no explanation. Took my blood pressure about 190 over 120, and called my wife and really asked her what I needed to do. She told me to get a couple of baby aspirins, and she'd be home pretty soon, and we'd go see what was going on. So we pulled into the ER at CHI St. Vincent's here in Hot Springs, and as soon as I said heart pains, they pretty much immediately took me back and put the EKG on me.
I didn't have to fill out the paperwork. They did the exact same thing they do with people with this problem. Took me straight back, started hooking up things, this, that, and the other.
By the time they got done with that, my wife had come in from parking the car. The attendant put me in a wheelchair, and my wife said, well, you've had a heart attack. So, of course, right then I was a little worried and scared, and they wheeled me down the hall. Next thing I see, I'm going into a room with about 8 people standing there. One's ready to start sticking EKGs on me. One's ready to give me a shot. One's starting IV. One's putting nitroglycerin down my throat. And there I am.
And at 6 o'clock the next morning, I was upstairs getting work done by Dr. Bingo, who did a beautiful job. Everything was perfect. It took me a couple of days before I first got that deep breath, but then after that, I've had no problem.
About 15 minutes later, Dr. Bakati comes in and looks at me and says, well, we're going to go in tonight, and you're going to need to at least see what's going on and see what we need to do. So a few minutes later, we go up. I have a stent, and within about less than 2 hours, I'm back upstairs in a room and feeling 100% better. As soon as the stent was placed, I could feel immediate relief, and was lucky that my quick team, the quick response, my wife with the baby aspirins, the attendants in the ER, that my 90% blockage in my widowmaker was actually repaired.
Don't be bullheaded. Don't do like I did. I stood around for 3 hours, not knowing if I was going to live or die. Just go. If you get these symptoms, go.
With the family history of heart issues, I knew it was a matter of when and not if that I would eventually probably have some problems. And my father at 55 years of age had triple bypass surgery, and a brother at 45 years old had 4 bypasses. If it weren't for the advancements in the technology and the medication and the procedures that the American Heart Association has funded through your generous donations, my father at 55 years old never went back to work. But today, in just a couple of weeks, I'm back at work and up and going and living a healthy, normal life now.
Without the research of the American Heart Association, I would not be alive today.